I was really trying to think of something pithy to say at the end of that last episode. Hey, wait a minute, this isn't Code Veronica.
This is Stephen King's The Shining.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In
I don't
horror
believe that,
story,
but...
the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan.
For good or for ill, I guess.
I'm a writer.
Personally, I'm annoyed when there's no real explanation. I only remember because I'm annoyed about it. Not because it was good.
I've always had a
There is such a thing as explaining too much when writing.
It was wild and dark and weird.
Also
even
explaining
by
too
my
little.
standards. So yes, it began with a dream.
Alan Wake. One of my favorite games.
I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent
I don't have
reason,
nightmares like
I couldn't
this.
remember. I've been driving too fast down a coast.
I don't know, man. I've had some weird nightmares, and I'm pretty sure some of them could be up on this level.
I don't know if I'm having like a dream or a nightmare and somebody dies, like it's like, well, whatever. I've never had nightmares about going to prison or
He was
anything,
dead.
so
I was convinced they put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
all these people around that know it was me.
You know, I like Alan Wake's voice actor well enough. He does pretty good in the scenes where he's actually, playing Alan in action, but
Body was gone.
his reading of the narrative is kind of flat.
I was in shock from the crash.
I don't know, I think my reading of my own work is pretty flat too. Look at the light. Are you some kind of freak? No, I'm not. I try to remember what game it was that had that commentary about the camera controls. We've provided the option for inverted camera controls for people with questionably unique tastes.
I love snark like that in video game UIs.
I gotta go to the lighthouse. Sort of like the patch notes for Battle Chasers Night War.
Uh-oh, you better run.
Yes.
Is that Steve Bloom?
I don't think so. See, this is just starting to become more in line with my nightmares.
You missed your deadline.
Yeah, I guess not.
And then my left bumper button was like, hey, no, I don't want to work. Fuck you. Fuck you, you should die.
Well, maybe it's time to get a new 360 controller.
Yeah, my wired one is kind of, yeah. I dodged it, what more do you want from me?
Dodge it twice.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I've been working on.
Not anyone in particular, just one I was working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your opponent?
I don't remember making a tornado.
Now, the meta-narrative of this game is kind of twisted, and I'm wondering if this dream factors into it.
I believe it does. And just think, they're portraying the stamina of the typical writer very, very realistically.
No doubt.
Although I feel like I could run a little bit further than like 30 feet before I get tired.
Also consider that he's wearing like 7 layers.
I was just wearing a tweed jacket.
He's got a tweed jacket and a jacket under it, and he's wearing a sweater under this jacket under the tweed jacket. It's, like, ridiculous. How is he able to move?
I don't know, it looks like just a tweed jacket over a sweater to me. I mean, I already killed you, but the second one's just for good measure.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Not yet, anyway. It actually says, "Thee Bart thee." A lot of standing around waiting for stuff to happen in this game, too.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
It's a game about set pieces.
It is. It's a very good game about set pieces.
Yes, that's true. It's like how Skies of Arcadia is trope-tastic, but it works.
Skies of Arcadia is a game that makes me wish I liked traditional JRPGs, because it's a really good one.
Step into the light. Look at it. Stare at this post and think about what you've done.
I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home.
See, my nightmares don't go like this either.
Or ocean green, where waves are
Nobody, like, floats around and talks to me either.
to its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
Especially not in riddles.
No.
Follow my light.
Certainly, mysterious disembodied voice.
Do you understand? No. Oh, well, okay.
I shall follow you to adventure.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you.
And you'd better apologize when she does wake up.
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only
Grab my inventory full of revolver ammo.
Indeed.
Again. Here, take the light.
It's my dream. I can have as much of it as I want.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Welcome to the primary game mechanic.
The hitchhiker will just stand here and allow you to do this.
Because this is the tutorial, son.
You did it.
You
The
did it.
darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Alan just walks over to him and clubs him with the flashlight, and the voice is like, "No, Alan."
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all.
Shine light on thing. Shoot it. I must go. My planet needs me.
Darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
More ammo. Not enough. I feel like this is about the point where I probably start questioning my nightmare too. It's like, why is this lighthouse the last place on Earth? Last safe place? I don't get it.
Because it's darkness trying to take over the world, and it's a lighthouse. Do the math.
I would go to, like, China or something where it's always fucking bright in Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing, all these places. Las Vegas, also acceptable answer. Although I guess it does actually, like, get dark there.
Yes, generally speaking, it gets dark everywhere. Roughly every 12 hours.
Depending on where you live. Or what planet you're on.
Well, I guess you could go live on Tatooine.
Be a moisture farmer.
Moist.
Ugh, I forgot this game likes whenever you pick up a new weapon, it will automatically switch over to that. So hopefully you remember that when you pick up a flare gun and then something attacks you.
Yeah.
Jam that battery in.
That's what she said?
Oh, maybe put the batteries in and then jam them in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Gotta remember the order of operations there.
The order of operations is pretty important in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're like extremely tiny, and then the battery itself will work just fine.
Gotta make sure it's a fresh battery. You wouldn't want the, alkaline leaking into sensitive places.
Mash X to reload.
Huh.
Tornadoes. Alright, so sprint anytime now. I feel like in this scenario I would not let myself be tired out. I would just keep fucking running.
Yeah, adrenaline is a hell of a thing. I'm sorry, that's copyrighted. Epinephrine is a hell of a thing.
Just like rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
Yes. Thank you, Zaid.
Once took my squad out for ice cream. Nobody survived that day. You didn't even lock the door, you just shut it. The last safe place on Earth. Except when it's not. Who is he? Who knows? You'll find out.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
I chose to let you have that nightmare and not wake you up while you were tossing and turning.
Facial animation's kind of a little bit janky.
Alan looks how I feel. Almost all the time.
Ditto.
I forget, what was Bright Falls based on again? Somewhere in the Midwest, I think?
Yes.
Pennsylvania? No. I was thinking of the trope about the mountains of the Midwest. Train. Exciting.
Let's act
Wife.
like we're on vacation.
Less
Go stand
exciting.
next to that old gentleman. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
The bear is driving the boat.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest! Oh boy, I can't wait!
Hear that, Ari?
And then the biplane in the background landing. That's what it's called, red biplane.
I think.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact,
You know, Alan's reactions are a little bit
being here, just between the two of us.
bit
I'm sure you understand.
too terse.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be
You'll learn as we go through this game, gentle viewer, that Alan is kind of a dick. But I'm gonna be honest here. I kind of relate to Alan, in the sense that he is just this antisocial, inward, introverted person who is thrust into the public light and just constantly bombarded with attention and people getting all up in his grill, and he kind of snaps at folks for it.
I mean, I feel like if you're in a profession like being a writer, you kind of like expect that kind of thing.
Barry, we're just settling.
So that's Barry. He's like the best character in this game.
He's the comic relief character of the game.
I love you too.
He comes across as a bit of an asshole in this first couple of conversations with him, but you learn later he really is the best character in this game.
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
By the way, tell your wife I said hi.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
No. Okay. I suppose.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord. A Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Now, I forget who Alan's appearance is based on.
We'll fill her up while you get the key.
The lead writer, Sam Lake, I think his name is.
But anyway, they did several live action,
Go on.
like,
I'll promise
I don't know if it was commercials or what, but
Like web episodes or whatever.
yeah, of Alan Wake being played by the facial model for Alan Wake, driving that car.
Welcome to the OD diner.
Sam, I think it is Sam Lake.
Alan Wake. Oh God.
I don't know. I liked the
Biggest fan.
like 6
I know people
episode
say that all
thing
the
they
time,
did.
but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom.
I think that would be the worst.
I can't believe it. I got all of your books. I got the get up from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And this is why Alan is a jerk.
Good for you.
I mean, I would expect that kind of thing, but still, it's like,
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your
Do me
heart.
a favor, Sonny.
old people.
I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you
'Cause I'm old, you see.
coconut again? You disgust me.
These two old bastards are the second and third best characters in the game.
What order it is, who knows?
I'll leave it to them to fight it out for that honor.
Because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in
It
your
does that.
sleep.
Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack.
I'm going to introduce you to another gameplay mechanic.
Tuned.
Giving things a good solid whack.
Yes. Mashing the A button.
If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
This is
It's not coconut.
died and gone to hell.
Lady, are you okay?
You've been just in the dark.
I think I can
A lot of things can happen in the dark.
Wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
I don't know, Rose seems actually pretty contained.
She could be a lot worse, but yeah, I still get that skeevy vibe from her.
Hello?
It's like she was understandably excited, and then kind of calmed down.
Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I am
I
completely
wish
trustworthy.
you would stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife.
What?
I insist.
Thanks.
Why couldn't you have shown up as an attractive younger woman?
Call Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Is that Kate Mulgrew?
You know, it sounds a lot like her.
Lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself when you die.
Yeah, we heard you the first time, lady. Seriously.
I must remain silent to change the light in the station. It's been too long already.
Are you dead, old man?
Are you alright?
Nah, he's fine.
Splendid, splendid. Damn funny.
I mean, fine is a relative term, of course, but
Being old does not sound like being fine.
you're right. It sounds like it's terrible.
Cellular degeneration is a terrible thing.
Good to see you. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on
I need to kill my brother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he's after.
Local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake.
Like I said, Rose seems to be keeping herself together.
Eh.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Bye, Rose.
Mission accomplished. The key.
Alan never breaks the cardinal rule of being a famous person. Don't sleep with your fans.
Just in case.
Indeed.
Never do that.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Oh, no. What could have happened?
That
The
diner
weirdest
was
thing
in
is that
my
she
house.
doesn't stop. She just keeps driving.
Well, it's not like she could hear him, and she probably wasn't checking her
This
mirrors.
would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Communication is important for a healthy relationship.
I didn't want to
Indeed.
talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not
That's
since
not a
my
long
last
time.
book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while and see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Where is that music coming from, Alice?
I don't know what you listen to, Alice, when I'm not in the car, but I want you to stop. Like, whatever this music is, it's not good for you.
It's gorgeous out.
Neat. Next time on Radical Bromance, we can appreciate its gorgeousness.
Indeed.